Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Texans going up against the Ravens. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this into the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
They've made goal line line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. One tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Come on, let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down following the run. Now a handoff looking right. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Come on, let's go. 38.
And to give this time to the tailback. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And now a first down following that long gain. The play clock's running down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And we have a new all-time receiving yards leader, besting Jerry Rice's mark of, you know this number, 22,895.
Partner, did we ever think that we would be here to see this happen? Jerry Rice had such a lead, but now it's been hauled in, it's been eclipsed, and someone else is standing at midfield holding the ball up and signaling to the world that he's number 1.
Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't a target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. 7-6 our score. We're back to Baltimore after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hughes. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
From the gun, here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
First and 10, Watson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Point after try forthcoming. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Shrugs him off. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Now back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
To throw.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. And Charles, a moment that will never be forgotten. You're looking at the new career receiving touchdown leader.
And I love some of these records because a record like this one, you can never talk about it being selfish, because when you score touchdowns, you help your team. And to be the all-time leader in touchdown receptions, what a great feeling he must have at this moment.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
After reviewing the play, the movement on the field stands.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he knocks it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hughes. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now a handoff looking right. Finds a seam inside the 40. Oh, it still won't go down. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. On first down, Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go. 1, 9, 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Let's go. 1, 9. 1, 9.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hughes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Ravens are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Texans just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, Hughes is the target on the quick pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 28-yard line. Continuing on the drive, they'll head up the middle on the run, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. They strike first in the half. Ravens on 1st and 5. Pace has got the catch here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. They go up by 1. Now 1st and 10. Watson's on point with the throw. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. The Texans go up by 6. Ravens with the ball midway through the second. Pass into the end zone here, and it will be caught for the score. Ravens go up by 1. Now after the fumble, he'll head up the middle on the run, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown, which takes the lead to 8.
All right, Larry, these 2 teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Let's go. 38.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now running right through it. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 1-yard line. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to it. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hughes. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Here's Watson. Wiggles free. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, you'd have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And they give this time to the tailback. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Come on, let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good move. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Here's Watson now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it. And then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Baltimore, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.